NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go, the final week of the NFL season, week 17. It's underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
I got up at 12:30.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second and inches, Ryan, he completes it to Jones. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Complete to Jones.
God, man. Where is
and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. On 1st down, it's Gurley. That one 28 yards on the ground. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
To throw
Look
is
at this
Ryan.
shit. No, I don't, man.
Jones. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
I have to get James.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Yeah.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones, catch made by Slayton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
Why can't you
And the
just
hole
run up
closes
the
quickly
fucking
here. He can
middle,
fight
stop.
only to about the 4.
Let me see
It's a gain of a
something. My
yard,
phone
and
be
it'll
right
set
back.
up 2nd and goal.
I ain't gonna disappear this time.
Another try for Barkley.
I ain't gonna disappear, man.
They get 3 yards closer, but
I know
still
you
work
miss
to
me,
do.
man.
It's 3rd and
Coming
goal.
right back.
2 straight shots on the ground.
I ain't
Now
gonna
on 3rd,
disappear,
do you go to the air?
I think the
back.
possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going
He
play
disappeared
because you ran
yesterday.
it twice.
We
But I often
we
think
didn't
that
say we're
second
Sham
down,
at a time. We
when
just
you
kept
throw
playing the
the
game.
ball, I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade.
Nah, I'll be right back.
They come out here in the eye. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 58 yards. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Jones
wrong
looking for
button.
Shepard deep.
Wrong
And
fucking
now
button.
this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Damn.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Ryan. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 1st down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Ready for that? Pick it up. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Throwing it right
They don't
to
get
me.
the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's complete to Golden Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. 50. Plant. Drop deep. Drop deep. Deep grip. Deep grip.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Jones on the run. He'll let this go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Ryan.
But you know when they're called
looking downfield for Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial
What are you doing?
The pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, play. Let's go. Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Ryan. That's complete into the hands of Myers. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now it's Ryan. Open man is Myers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Jones now on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. There goes Sterling Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. That's fielded in the end zone.
No! Fuck, man.
Freeman, they're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Falcons push further out in front. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw. Jones, flushed out right. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones Completes
And
this
then when
again
I
to
try to,
Shepard.
like, possession
And that's
test
going to be good
my
for another
nigga
first
get
down as the
like,
tackle's
come
made
on,
at the
dog.
Falcons' 30.
Yeah, fall to the
2
ground,
minutes
dog.
left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. This one is Slayton over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. 70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They run. It's Gurley. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
So get away. That shot.
You left it on.
I didn't want to trip it.
You know what I do? You know what I do?
Should be on the phone all day. But it won't, but one thing won't do it. One set of lights. Where's that tree on last night?
Go for Christmas. Nah, I turned it on, man.
I just looked at the other set of lights. One set of lights.